Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21 for the PlayStation 5. Before we kick off today's episode, I have a funny story for all of you that does have to do with this series. So, for those who don't know, I obviously got the PS5 pretty much right when it came out. I got super lucky at launch. And then the Madden 21 game for the PlayStation 5 I was able to get for free since I already bought Madden for current gen. So, the first two games I recorded on Madden 21 for the actual next-gen version of the game was the final regular season game against the Colts last year and then the first playoff game against Cleveland. But ever since that game, all of my recordings in this series has been on the PlayStation 4 version of the game, which is very weird because I've been using the PS5. I don't know why it's an option to allow me to play both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 version of the game on the PlayStation 5. I don't really get that, but now we're actually playing the PS5 version, so I guess improved graphics, the new play calling screen, the next gen stats. The reason why none of those were here since the divisional round game against the Bills last year was because I've been playing on the PS4 version, and it took me like 2 months to realize something was up, so I guess you can blame EA for not making any changes to their game. For those who remember, once we reached the divisional round last year, the Week 17 game and the wildcard game didn't save. So I think that probably has something to do with it. And luckily, it did save this time. So we are actually in Week 12. The exact same result of the first 11 weeks saved over to the PS5. I don't really know how all of this happened, but now we're actually playing the PS5 version of the game for good. So now that that is out of the way, let's get to today's episode on tap. We are 6-4 coming off a tough loss last week against the Indianapolis Colts, 22-16. And we have a pretty tough matchup here against the Denver Broncos, who of course are 4-6. David Njoku got injured last week. He dislocated his elbow. He's going to miss the next 4 games. Obviously, this is not good news for us as he is our starting tight end. And we're going to need some young guys to step up. Daniel Romer and Simba Azikiwe will now be our main tight ends. So now that we're about 2/3 of the way through the year, I do want to give you guys an awards update, kind of get an update on the landscape of the league. So as you can see, 37-year-old, I think, Aaron Rodgers is the favorite for MVP of the 3-7 Green Bay Packers. I love to see that, considering I very much dislike the Packers. Matt Hedrick, Coach of the Year, he is the favorite there. Eric Bieniemy in 9th for what it's worth. For Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year and NFC, it is Baker Mayfield and Darren Lee. Marcus Trotter for Offensive Rookie of the Year, the quarterback of the Saints. Trotter's had a very up-and-down season, but Saints got themselves a really good one. And Kendall Matthews of the Cowboys, I don't know who he is the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Seems like the Packers and Cowboys are coming up common in the awards here, even though neither team is all that good. But I guess it's the NFL favoring two of their favorite teams in Green Bay and Dallas. Now into the AFC. Tua is the favorite for Offensive Player of the Year, and the Dolphins suck. Raekwon McMillan is favorite for Defensive Player of the Year of the Dolphins, which is kind of wild. Koko Nwosu is second for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think he's going to pass Stephen Westwood, considering Westwood has started since week 1, and he's played at a fairly high level. The Steelers aren't that good of a team, though, so who knows? Maybe Koko goes on some absolute tear. Julius Williams is the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2 spots ahead of Jalen Augustine, the player I wanted to draft in the first round last year, but he didn't fall to us. Of course, Augustine is X Factor, so that makes me feel good. Here's a look at the rest. DJ Chark, second for Best Receiver. Jamison Crowder is beating him. Josh Allen is somehow 6th for Best Defensive Lineman. I think that's kind of not fair. And then CJ Henderson is 8th for Best Defensive Back. Again, I don't think that's fair. Allen and Henderson have both been extraordinary this year. I don't know why they're not higher. Josh Lambo at 4. He should probably be higher too. I know that sounds biased of me, but I mean, Josh Lambo's only missed like 2 kicks this year. So now let's take a look at our opponent here, the Denver Broncos, of course led by 4th-year quarterback Drew Lock, who has not been good this year. 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. The Broncos are probably going to be looking at a quarterback in the offseason. If they do go with the draft, they're probably not going to be bad enough for Aiden Kent out of Virginia. So maybe they'll look at Jaden Gorman-Young out of Georgia. The running back situation in the moment is also bleak. They have Melvin Gordon, who's okay, but he's hurt. So their starter is going to be third-round rookie Stephen Woods out of West Virginia, who is a 72 overall, and he's averaging like 3 yards a carry. Wide receiver is another interesting place. Obviously, they have Cortland Sutton, who's great, but I want to talk about Jerry Jeudy real quick, because Jerry Jeudy has not been very good in his NFL career thus far through 2.5 seasons. It's not all his fault. I mean, he's had pretty poor quarterback play, but, I mean, Jeudy really hasn't produced. I think he's not in a great situation, and he's kind of struggled. I don't know, maybe he could be a guy we look at in the offseason, especially with his contract up after next year, assuming the Broncos decline his 5th-year option. Denver still is their really talented defense. No more Von Miller, though. He is in Cincinnati, so he's obviously gone, but they still have Justin Simmons. They still have Bradley Chubb, a few other good players on this roster as well. So without further ado, let's get this one underway. Back on the PS5 version of the game, so the game might feel a little bit different from all the other ones this season, but again, you can blame EA for not making big-time changes. Broncos wearing their throwbacks today, one of the coolest jersey combos in the NFL, regardless if it's a current jersey combo or an old one. So without further ado, 4-6 Broncos, 6-4 Jaguars, should be a fun one, and let's get this one underway. Jaguars starting with the football, first play from scrimmage, it's a handoff for Dobbins, and he loses 3. Not a great start there for the Jaguars. That's Jarrell Casey with the tackle. Dobbins struggled last week, and he got hurt last week, but he is back in the lineup this week, which is very good to see. Denver now with it, 3rd and 6. It's a short pass for the running back, Chris Claiborne. This is the younger brother of Bills wide receiver Callaway Claiborne. Claiborne was the 2nd overall pick a couple of years ago. Chris, meanwhile, I don't believe he actually was drafted. I think he was an undrafted free agent. Look at Stephen Woods for following play with a big run, gaining 27 yards, pretty into the 30. We've got a next-gen stat. I'm not going to show all of the next-gen stats, but since we haven't seen one all year, why not? Woods went over 20 miles an hour on that play. He was zooming on that one as the Broncos are moving the ball down the field pretty nicely so far. 3rd and 9 now from the 27. Locke going for the end zone, and it's caught by Zaire Wiggins, but Wiggins was out of bounds. So the Broncos are lucky that he was unable to keep both feet in bounds, avoiding the interception, as Denver will kick the field goal, a 46-yard attempt from Brandon McManus. The kick is good, and the Broncos are now on the board as it is 3-0. Jacksonville with it. First down on Nwosu up the middle for J.K. Dobbins for a gain of 13. Quick pass there by Nwosu. He was under a little bit of pressure there. 2nd and 2 now. Play action fake for R.J. Ewell as Nwosu is going to keep it himself, getting the first down with his legs as he rushes for around 9 or 10 on that one. Now from the 26, it is first down. Jacksonville moving the ball down the field very nicely as Coco pump fakes. It's a short throw for Laviska Shenault, who loses 2. That'll actually count as a run play, as it is Bryce Callahan, the veteran corner, former Chicago Bear, bringing him down. 2nd and 12 now. Dobbins gets the handoff, breaks a tackle, and there goes J.K. Dobbins to the house, a 28-yard touchdown, and Jacksonville will take the lead. Dobbins trying to jump into the crowd. That's another thing on the next-gen version of the game. Bronco fans pushing him down, but nonetheless, it is now 7-3. What a run by J.K. Dobbins. He found the hole, outran both of these safeties, including Justin Simmons, who missed the tackle right there. And Jacksonville now leads 7-3. Good to see J.K. Dobbins back in full strength, as it is now 2nd and 6 for the Broncos. Another handoff for Stephen Woods, who breaks a tackle. Woods still alive, brought down inside the 35 by Jack. 3 carries and 68 yards today for Stephen Woods. Jacksonville's rushing defense is among the best in football, but they're getting carved up by a 3rd-round white backup. First down, it's a sack for Calevon Chason and Bleat Friarwood. Friarwood, the rookie defensive tackle out of Manitoba, Canada, as the Broncos are going to kick a 55-yard field goal. McManus barely made it from 46, but it doesn't matter. The kick is good, and the Broncos will cut the lead down to 1. Nice kick there from McManus, who's known for kicking some pretty long ones, but again, that first field goal today from 46 looked like it barely curved in. On to the second quarter. Jaguars lead 7-6. Short pass is connected to Laviska Shenault on 3rd down. Following play, a tough pass there from Nwosu over to DJ Chark. Coco is 6 for 9 with 68 yards. 1 yard away from getting the 6 for 9 for 69. That would have been pretty nice. 2nd and 6. It's a toss to the right side for Dobbins, and he loses 9 on the run. Good play there by Rashaan Evans. That was more so Coco's fault for tossing Dobbins the ball, but still, very nice play for Evans. Denver back with the football. 3rd and 4. It's broken up by Henderson. Jerry Jeudy was the intended receiver, so that would force a Denver punt. Jacksonville has it back. 2nd and 10. Coco scrambling to the right side. His pass is going to be caught by DJ Chark, who manages to keep both feet in bounds, getting the 1st down. Now from the 47, following play, it's a handoff for Dobbins, and he's going backwards once more. Outside of that touchdown by J.K. Dobbins, he has not had a particularly good game, and I don't think it's to the fault of his own, but more so bad run blocking. 3rd and 11, Nwosu under a ton of pressure. It is somehow caught by Laviska Shenault for the 1st down. Man, Coco Nwosu was very, very lucky on that play. Now from the 39, 2nd and 10, up the middle for the rookie, Casey Shock out of Toledo as he brings it to the 21-yard line. Now from the 5, Jacksonville getting very close to the end zone, 2nd and goal. Coco scrambling with it. The pass is bonked off of the lineman's head, and it's actually caught by Shock, who loses 6. Casey Shock probably should have let that one go for an incompletion, so it would have been 3rd and goal at the 5 instead. 2nd-year corner out of Princeton, Lee Bush brings him down. And then on 3rd and goal, the pass in the hands of Daniel Romer, but it is incomplete. So Jacksonville is forced to kick the field goal. Josh Lambo, a chip shot from 28. It's good. And Jacksonville will extend their lead. They are back up by 4 as it is now 10-6 at the 2-minute mark here in the 1st half. 2nd and 3. Short pass for Chris Claiborne for the 1st down. Drew Lock's had a rough day. He's 3 for 10, 39 yards. He has not looked good at all, and it's becoming very apparent, if it's not already clear, that Denver needs a new quarterback in the offseason. Nice play there by Nick Boyle to the 11. Drew Lock now with 69 yards in the 1st half. Nice. As the Broncos are getting very close to this end zone, but now it's a matter of if they can punch it in. 3rd and 10 from the 10. Pretty much 3rd and goal from the 10. As Lock, play action fake, under pressure, it's a strip sack! Miles Jack forces the ball out, and it's picked up by K'Lavon Chaisson, and the Jaguars force a turnover in the red zone. Score remains 10-6, and Jacksonville has 45 seconds to do something. 2nd down, nice play by Chark, who brings it to the 40, as he manages to run out of bounds, now has 5,000 career receiving yards, and Chark went 22 miles an hour on that play with the ball. Very, very fast, as he accumulates over 17 yards there after the catch. 3rd and 4 now from the 46. Around 10 seconds to go. It's a short pass for Daniel Romer, who brings it to the 36. Jacksonville calls their final timeout, so now they're in a dilemma. They could go for the 53-yard field goal now, or try to get closer, or go for the end zone. As Coco taking a shot deep, and it's actually caught by Shenault, but at the 4, and he stays in bounds. So that'll end the 1st half because Jacksonville is out of timeouts. That was a really nice play there, but Shenault was unable to get into the end zone. Jacksonville tried to risk it and try to go for the big play, and it does not pay off. 10-6 is your score. Going into the halftime break, the Jaguars do have the lead. As bad as Drew Lock has been for Denver, he does have a nice amount of passing yards, though. I've got to say, the running backs for the Broncos have been very impressive. Stephen Woods, 4 carries, 75 yards. He's had a few really big plays. Chris Claiborne has been good in the receiving game. And Jacksonville really knows how to stop running backs, but these 2 random guys out of nowhere have been very good. On to the 2nd half as we start things off with a casual 73-yard touchdown pass from Drew Lock to Nick Boyle. Clearly, Drew Lock knew that if he didn't start playing well, he might be seeing the bench. The Broncos used a 3rd-round pick last year on Jonathan Clarkson out of Missouri. He hasn't really gotten to play yet. This will be a good opportunity to put him in. So Locke knows that the pressure is on, and he starts his 2nd half off in a big way. So the Broncos are now on top. Nice play there by Nwosu over to the speedy rookie, Casey Shock, bringing it to the 43 as linebacker Alexander Johnson for the Broncos is hurt on the play. That's not good. He's a really underrated player. Following play now, it's the former Bronco, Phillip Lindsay, to the 15-yard line. That's Lindsay's first carry of the game. He's been quiet today, and I do think he has been pretty solid in his reduced role. Now from the 15, put your stock in Shock. Touchdown for Casey Shock, as the Jaguars will regain the lead very quickly. Shock with his second career receiving touchdown, as it is now 17-13 in favor of the Jaguars. We already have 2 touchdowns in the first 2.5 minutes in this third quarter, whereas in the first half there was only 1 combined touchdown. Good start to the drive for the defense, as Locke is sacked by K'Lavon Chaisson, his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and 13 now. Locke up the middle, connecting with Jerry Jeudy to the 46-yard line. Poor coverage on the play by C.J. Henderson. I don't say that a lot. C.J. Henderson's been incredible this season, and Jerry Jeudy has not been incredible this season, but Jeudy does get the first down, and Drew Lock looks like he's starting to play a lot better. 3rd and 8. It's a dump off here for Chris Claiborne, who will bring it to around the 31-yard line for another nice Denver first down. They are back in field goal range. They look like they are going to score again. The offense clearly feels like they had the chip on their shoulder here early in the third quarter, as it's a short pass for Jeudy, and he will find the end zone. Big booty Jeudy will re-give Denver the lead, as it is now 20-17. Again, poor coverage there from C.J. Henderson, but again, I don't get to say that a lot because Henderson's been great this year. Jacksonville back on offense, 2nd and 10. Nice run for Dobbins. He gets to the 36-yard line for a gain of around 15 yards. I think Dobbins has certainly been the feature back today for Jacksonville over R.J. Ewell. Ewell's been pretty quiet today for what it's worth. 3rd and 6. There's the rookie tight end out of Duke, Simba Azikiwe, with the reception. He does not get the first down, though, wrapped up by the Broncos. And Denver has another opportunity to really extend this lead now. As on 2nd down, the short pass for Claiborne is immediately going to be stopped. Rashawn Babineau brings him down for a loss of 2. Jacksonville will get the ball back with nice field position. 2nd and 8 from the 50. It's a nice throw over to Casey Shock, who brings it to the 31-yard line. Another nice play from Shock, who's had a big start to the second half thus far. That'll do it for the third quarter. Broncos offense starting to pick it up, specifically Drew Lock, as Denver leads it 22-17 with 1 quarter of action left to go. First play of the fourth. On 2nd and 4, it's a short pass for Dobbins. He gets 16 yards, bringing it to the 10-yard line, wrapped up by Justin Simmons. Good play there from Dobbins, as it's now 3rd and 4 from the 5. Jacksonville trying to punch it in as the pass is caught in the end zone by the former Westlake Hornet. It's Zeke Bowman for the touchdown, and Jacksonville is back on top. Bowman with his 2nd receiving score of the year. A quick pass there from Nwosu. He found the open receiver, and the Jaguars are now on top. 24-20 with 9 minutes to go. Denver has the football back, as again it's Jerry Jeudy with the play. That time Zaire Wiggins was on him. Big second half for Jerry Jeudy. He probably has more yards today than any game in his NFL career. I hate to bash on Jerry Jeudy because I really like the guy, but we got to get him the hell out of Denver. Now from the 40, Locke is sacked on 1st down. It's Josh Allen going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. Josh Allen with his 9th sack of the year. Allen only had 8 sacks all year, and through 11 games, he is now at 9. 3rd and 6, short pass for guess who? Big booty Judge Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with the first down out of bounds, bringing Denver to the 47-yard line. First down, Locke sacked again. It's been one hell of a game for this young man. K'Lavon Chaisson, 2 sacks and a fumble recovery late in the first half, as Chaisson continues to improve in his young NFL career. 3rd and 13, Denver needs a big play. They've been lucky on 3rd down in this one, as the pass is going to be deflected by Zaire Wiggins. Jeudy was the intended target, and Jacksonville gets the ball back with about 5.5 minutes to go. However, the drive does not start off too hot, as J.K. Dobbins loses 3, Emmanuel Ogbah brings him down, and now it's 3rd and long. A first down would be huge right here for the Jaguars, as Coco will connect with Casey Shock for a gain of 19 yards. Probably the best game of Casey Shock's young NFL career. 8 catches, 98 yards, and a score. He has been super impressive today. Now from the 32, play action fake on Nwosu. His pass is caught by Azikiwe, trucking defenders, getting the first down, and all of a sudden it just got really dark. I don't know how that happened. When they showed Azikiwe celebrating, the stadium got darker, but whatever. 3rd and 11, it's caught by J.K. Dobbins for a huge Jacksonville first down as they continue to move the chains. Now it's 3rd and 10 from the 24. All the Jaguars have to do right here is not turn over the ball, and they turn over the ball. Nwosu is picked off by Bradley Chubb. Why Chubb was in coverage, to be honest, I couldn't tell you. But he gets the interception, and Denver now has a chance to drive down the field and win the game with all 3 timeouts. A very costly play there by Koko Nwosu. Let's see what Denver does with this opportunity. Boyle trucks defenders before getting laid out by Zaire Wiggins, as that would bring us to the 2-minute warning. 24-20 is your score. Jacksonville on top. Denver does have all their timeouts still. Following play, Locke up the middle for a wide open target as he brings it to the 31-yard line. Denver cannot get a field goal, though. They have to get a touchdown. 3rd and 6. Short throw for Noah Fant. He does not get much. Wrapped up by Miles Jack. So now it's 4th and 5. This is the game. Locke gonna take a shot for the end zone, and it's nearly caught by Sutton, but it's broken up at the last second, and Jacksonville gets it back. Now all they need is a first down, and this game is over. Handoff for J.K. Dobbins, and he got it. First down and more for Dobbins. That should do it. He's brought down to the 35 as the Jacksonville Jaguars will get the win in dramatic fashion. 24-20 is your final. The game was a little bit closer than it should have been there at the end, but you know what? A win's a win at the end of the day. You really can't complain. So we've got some voodoo Illuminati here because Koko Nwosu threw for 333 yards, and his completion percentage was 66.6. Okay, I don't really know how that happened, but Koko had a really good game. Other than the interception at the end, he was phenomenal. Drew Lock sucked in the first half, but he was very good in the second half. I got to give Lock credit. J.K. Dobbins, 15 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown. Denver's running backs, as I said, were really impressive today. Steven Woods had 90 yards on just 7 carries. Chris Claiborne was their leading receiver in catches. Casey Shock, 8 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. He was great for us. Big second half for Jerry Jeudy. Nick Boyle had that long touchdown, and other than that, nothing too notable to talk about. Quiet game, though, for Cortland Sutton, I will say. On the defensive side of the football, we had 5 sacks. They had none. 2 for Chason, 1 for Allen and Jack, half a sack for Taga Tuluipupu and Bleat Friarwood. Chubb had the interception, and then, of course, that big fumble at the end of the first half ended up being very big for us. So before we wrap up today's episode, I ended up simulating the week, and we do have quite a bit to talk about. First things first, offensive lineman Nick Harris is back from injury. That's good news for our depth. The playoff picture can now be accessed. This is very exciting. If the season ended today, we would be the 3 seed in the AFC, playing the divisional rival Houston Texans in the first round. There's still a lot of football left to be played, but if the season ended today, unsurprisingly, we would make the postseason. But the thing I really want to talk about is this message. We have a breakout opportunity for one of our quarterbacks. Doesn't say which quarterback, but it says QB. Unless something happened for Gardner Minshew, I'm going to assume this is a breakout opportunity for Koko Nwosu. Nwosu still is hidden dev, though. His dev trait has not been revealed. He still has another 13 downs to go. So this tells me that, assuming this breakout challenge is for Nwosu, he can't have X Factor. Otherwise, he wouldn't have this opportunity. We do have a hidden dev revealed here, and it's wide receiver Casey Shock. He has superstar development. Looks like he is a 3rd-round steal for us. He currently has the Energizer ability. That one looks like one of the better ones, so whoop-de-doo. And Shock's had a really solid season for us. He's mainly been our slot receiver, and he's been impressive for the most part. Had a really good game this past week against the Denver Broncos, and I'm very excited about his future with this organization, especially knowing that he has superstar depth. So that will pretty much end today's episode. Next time, we will play the Colts once again, and we will really discover what is up with this breakout QB mystery. As you can see, the Texans actually won their previous game, so now we're both tied for first place at 7-4, but we still do own the head-to-head tiebreaker over them. Is that all in today's episode? I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.